Hello, class. I hope you're having a good day. Today, again, we're doing finding an angle. There's going to be a little bit more practice. Today, I want you to do the practice in Khan Academy, and that way you can see immediately if you got it correct or not. Again, I'm mostly looking for you just to try your best in Khan Academy and make sure you get at least a 50% or better. If you don't, if you get them all wrong, just learn and try to do it again. And I'm mostly looking for participation. But I think you guys should be able to get these, at least the one where you're finding the angles in a triangle. So how do we do that to review from yesterday? If all three angles equals 180, let's say you have a triangle like this, and you have, oops, you have angle 1. Over here, you have angle 2. And over here you have angle 3. Normally they would use A, B, or C, or alpha, beta, and theta, some kind of Greek symbols. Alpha, beta, delta, epsilon. One. But we're just going to call it 1, 2, and 3 to make it easy. So all three of these equal 180 degrees. So if I wanted to find angle 3, I would take 180 and subtract this value. Let's say this one was 60 degrees. So we would subtract 60 from 180. That's 120. And then we would subtract the other angle. Let's say this one was like 72. Okay. So that would be 120 minus 72. Okay. And so that would be what, 48. And that would give us the angle of our third, that would give us the value of our third angle. Okay. So that's what we did yesterday. Now, for today, you're also going to look at isosceles right triangles. So if we're going to look at an isosceles triangle, not right triangle, but an isosceles triangle, it could be right or it doesn't have to be. It's not a very good drawing, but let's say that these two sides are exactly the same, so it's isosceles. That means that these two angles are the same. So if that's the case, you only have two different angle lengths. So you're going to have your first angle here, and then your second angle here is going to be the same as that angle over there. They're going to be the same numbers. Let's say this up here is, let's say that was 80. Then these two would be 50 and 50. Okay? And if you add up all that together, it's 180. So whatever angle is here, that's going to be the same. So to do the math, it looks something like this. Since 180 is going to equal angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 2, we can just say 2 times angle 2. And how do I get rid of that plus angle 1? We subtract it. How do we get rid of times 2? We divide it. So the equation is going to look like this. If I want to find out what angle this is here, I take 180 and I subtract angle 1. That's what I did here in this example. I took 180 and I subtracted angle 1, which here we said was 80 degrees. And that ended up equaling 100. We're going to take that and we're going to divide it by 2. What's 100 divided by 2? It's 50. And that's how you find it. Now what if you say you know one of the angles here, but you don't know the different one? What if you know one of the isosceles matching angles? Okay, well, let me erase this and give you an example of that. That's actually going to be even easier. So if I know that this one, let's say, is 40, okay, and then this one over here, and that's all I know, then I know that if this one's 40, then this one is also going to be 40. So what we're doing is we're going to take 180 and we're going to subtract 2 times that angle, angle 2, if it's one of the isosceles angles. And that's going to give us angle 1. Okay? So let's say, oh, I didn't draw my lines. Let's say these are your two isosceles, and I know that one of them's 40, then the other one's 40. So it's going to be 180 minus 2 times 40. Well, what's 2 times 40? That'd be 80. So it'd be 180 minus 80. And so for this example, that third angle is going to be 100. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Have a great day. Let me show you actually some Khan Academy. Okay. So this one you know. So what we're going to do for this one is we take, here, let me pull up a calculator actually. Okay, so for this one, we have 53 and 97, and we're going to find that third one. So we take 180, and we're going to subtract 53, and we're also going to subtract, what was that other one? 97. Okay. That gives us 30. So we know the third angle, that missing angle, is 30. You can use a calculator or you can do it in your head. I don't mind either way. Okay? So all of your questions are going to be kind of like that. Now, for your other Khan Academy assignment, you see how this is 7 and that's 7? That means that they're isosceles, which means that this angle is going to be the same as that angle, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take 180. Again, we can use a calculator if you want to. And you're going to subtract 80 from it. Now, I don't even need a calculator for that. I know that's 100. Okay, but if you want to use a calculator, it's fine. And now what are we going to do? Because these two are the same, we're going to take that, we're going to divide it by 2. I'm going to divide that by 2 just to make it consistent. So that means 100 divided by 2 is 50. That means this is 50. Okay? That's how you're going to do these problems. Okay, this is 7 and that's 7. So let's look at the angles that's across from it. So this is 66. That's across from there. So that means this other one is also going to be 66. This is kind of that other type of problem I was talking about. So we're going to take 180, and we're going to subtract 2 times the angle they give us, because they gave us one of the isosceles angles. And that's going to give us the angle we're looking for. So 180 minus 2 times 66. And it gives us 48. Remember, always multiply before you subtract. Orders of operation. But your calculator does that for you, actually. So this is 48. And that's it. That's all you got to do for today's lesson. Okay? So please do both Khan Academy assignments and have a